And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Justin McCormick back again, and we're playing AFL Road to Glory. So this is AFL season year 3 of the Cincinnati Slash franchise. We're in the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen, and we have home field advantage. So if I continue with this series or decide to do something else with AFL, I'm probably going to have to adjust the difficulty, because I feel like the computer players on my team take way too much advantage. So I may have to try and tone everybody down to where it's a big difficulty, but less chance of everybody kind of breaking the game. So we'll definitely have to see how well that works out. We'll have to see if it works. The first matchup, Divisional Round, is going to be against the Soul. So the 8 teams that made it, the Kansas City Brigade, the Nashville Cats, they'll face off first. Both teams at 10-6. The Soul barely make it in at 8-8. They will face us, the Cincinnati Slash, in game 2. Then the Rush will take on the Gladiators, both of them at 10-6, while the Wranglers, the second team behind us, will be facing the Dragons, who were able to get themselves into the last spots. We'll take a look at the overalls here, as the Soul won their last matchup before getting into the playoffs. They are 47.4 points per game, ranked 6th in the league, as we're ranked first with 52. Total offense, they are obviously better than we are, as we're dead last with offense. Their rush, not too bad. It's 13th, as we're 16th. We don't run the ball. Pass offense, really good. They've got 7th in the league. With defense, though, it's going to be something they're going to have to try and work hard. They do have a good pass defense of 8th, but their turnover differential is -5, so turnovers could be a big problem for them in this one. So we'll have to see how Graziani takes things here in this one. As we'll back out, we'll go to the rosters and see how well things are, and then we'll go to the stats to see things there. We'll actually check out the injury report. No injuries for either side, so that's a good thing for them. We'll go over the rosters first, so I'll go out of order than I normally do. Tony Graziani, starting quarterback here, will be backed up by rookie Robert Rice, as Steve Smith will be in action today with Alaric Clark as backup. Eddie Moten will be defensive specialist. We'll have to avoid number 6 at all costs, with Dwight Anderson also back there as well. On the line, Martin Biblia and Phil Bogle will take over there on the left side. On the right, Arnold Miller and then Marcus Hoover, the rookie, will take over there. In the middle between them both, Chris Bell and then Mike Mabry are going to be there holding down the fort. Wes Hours will be the fullback linebacker for them, as Jacob Hightower returns again for another game. Sean Scott is going to be in the wide receiver linebacker spot, as he's backed up by Scott Parker and Jarrett Dixon. And then at the wide receiver D-back, Mike Brown. And then he's backed up by Byron Jones. And then the kicker, Todd France, who is one of the better kickers in the league. So let's see how things ended in the stat book. We'll see how everybody ended across the league and see the top guys for it. Rating-wise, Dan Russell on top, 121.3 rating. He had 3,500 yards on the year, but he was not the best passer, as John Dutton had the most yards with 4,200. Most touchdowns, though, is Chad Salisbury for the Rampage. Sadly, they did not make it in even with that one. Joe Hamilton, who had a pretty poor performance with us last week, has 88 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Most interceptions in the league goes to Adrian McPherson, tied with Chad Salisbury and Raymond Filial as the most turnovers there. Best completion percentage goes to Mark Grebe, who did not do too many in this one, but he was able to get 3,800 yards there. Most times sacked, though, goes to Steve Tillman of the Storm, who was knocked out, and then Henry Bennett and Joe Hamilton right behind him there. Longest pass goes to Dan Russell, tied with Matt DeRozio, as DeRozio is going to be out, even though the Rush definitely need him. And we'll take a look now at the rushing, as Adrian McPherson ties for most yards with Chris Avery, so a massive thing for him. DeJuan Moss actually ends the season with the most touchdowns after that amazing bit of scoring that he did about the last half of the season. So big thing there. Number of fumbles in this one. Most fumbles does go to Dan Russell, tied with Willie Gary and Chris Greason, as that was definitely something that was pretty tough to see. The longest run, Duke Pettijohn, and then Adrian McPherson, 47-45 there. Most receptions, Bob Mager of the Rampage, 144 receptions. Most yards, though, goes to Damian Rutledge, who nearly had 3,000 yards in this one, averaging 26 yards per catch. Most touchdowns also goes to Rutledge, who blew everybody else out of the water with 65, as he averaged about 180 yards per game, though he had 22 drops, so definitely not the biggest thing. So then on the blocking, Juan Porter of the Destroyers with 40 pancakes, the only guy that had that many. Most sacks allowed goes to Jeff Chase, though, of the Desperados. Defensively, most tackles goes to fullback linebacker Wes Hours with 132. As the most sacks in the league goes to Thomas Viong, who got 14. The only other guy in the double digits was Delbert Cowsett of the Dragons, so he'll definitely be somebody we have to look out for. Harold Vandiver with 9 sacks on the year, though. He definitely did great. Mike Horacek ties Joseph Burns with 12 interceptions, so a big dozen there for both of them. And then Cornelius Bonner rounds up third place with 10. Onomatopoeia with 9 as well. So a lot of interceptions going around there. That is actually about 31 interceptions just out of those 3 guys. They were all over the place. Most forced fumbles goes to Thomas Viong, who had 6 forced fumbles in the season. And Reggie Lee with the most recoveries. So definitely something that was fun to watch. Most safeties goes to Thomas Viong. He had 3 on the year. Harold Vandiver had a couple of safeties, and then a bunch of other names had many as well. Cornelius Bonner, most defensive touchdowns in the league with 3, as he was doing a lot of pick 6 work in this one. And then we look at the kicking. Best percentage, Mackenzie Homebreaker. Longest field goal goes to Kerry Lowe of the Storm, as he also seemed to have one blocked as well. So it was definitely an interesting one there. So good seeing those numbers for this one. Now we're going to get to the football game, everybody, as the Philadelphia Soul will take on the Cincinnati Slash. We decided to change our jerseys. We're going back to the orange, so definitely ready for this one. Divisional round of playoffs is next. So for the rest of this franchise, we're playing in Cincinnati. The Philadelphia Soul will be the first team we face, and hopefully not the last, as they come in with the white uniforms, black stripes, and black helmet. That light blue is a real nice color, though, on their jerseys, and I do like it. It's a nice little touch there. But what I do like the most is the color combinations that we're going with here in this one. We've got the orange jerseys back, as we go with the black stripes all on it. Full on orange in this game, as we'll be looking to try and see if we can take advantage of some good play. Hopefully the defense will show up today often, as the Soul will win the toss. They will get first choice of what they're going to do, and they're going to actually defer. So they will get the ball in the second half, as we'll take over from here. So Philadelphia will line up here. They're going to kick this one off. We're going to see how well this goes, as this will go off the net. Joseph Burns will get a return here. And he's going to get tackled near the 15, first down. So, not usually a fan of getting the football first, because I feel like I get pressured into having to do what we need to do here. Let's see what we got here. First down, we're going to give that to Dwan Moss. He's going to get tripped up there. And I juked back by accident. I should not have juked at all. I would have been open, but that's okay. We'll get about 3 there. Dwan Moss will start us off. Bonner, Rutledge, and Onomatopoeia out there. And they will see how well they can do. Going to throw that one. Rutledge has got that one. No, he don't. That is going to be an incompletion, and Eddie Moten is going to go down. He looked like he's holding his head, so hopefully it's a stinger, as that'll make it 3rd and 7 now. Hopefully I did not mess myself up by going for the run there, but we'll see here. First attempt on this one. Rutledge is going to get that one. He's going to be tackled inside the 10. First down and goal at the 6. Damian Rutledge has got himself his first catch of the game. And Rutledge and Anderson getting into it early. This is definitely going to be a fun game. So let's see what we can do here on first down. As Russell 1 for 2 now, 28 yards on that pass. So let's see how well we do. We're going to run this one, and Moss is going to get it, and he's going to get tackled after a good gain, probably about 2 there. He'll be down at the 3 now. So Eddie Moten with a pinched nerve. He'll be back soon. As Rutledge will go in motion. He'll throw that one in the back of the end zone. Tried to hit Bonner, but Bonner got nailed. That's going to be incomplete. So they played that one pretty well. And going to go back to pass here on this one. We'll throw that to Bonner. He's got it. Touchdown, Cornelius Bonner. So that's the first score of the game. Took a little longer than I'd like there, but we did get it. So first drive is a success there for the Slash. As Mackenzie Homebreaker will line up, and we'll see if I can kick something other than a crooked football up in and good. As last game, I had a number of bad kicks. 3-yard pass from Russell to Bonner, 6 plays, 37 yards, and we finally get something. So 7-0. First drive is a success here. So yeah, definitely a lot of bad kicks from the last game that we had. That one's going to go off the pole, and Velcro tries to make the tackle. Can't quite get him. Steve Smith eludes him and gets past the 5 to the 7. First down now. So Graziani is going to make his way onto the field to see what he can do offensively. And it's back to pass there, and Graziani is going to go down early. Thomas Viong back there with a big sack, and that's already 1 for him today. So Tony Graziani already a victim of Big V's big bruising attack as he goes down with a sack there. It's a 4-yard loss. Smith, Brown, and Scott are out there. Smith takes off, so we'll see how well that goes, and that's picked off. Victor Velcro. So 2 plays for the Soul, and they do nothing with it other than get sacked, and then they turn the ball over. Victor Velcro steps in front of that pass, and that one turns out to be a bad one, as it was just way too late. As Velcro had him lined out for certain, as that's going to be a good pitch, and Dwan Moss has got all day. Touchdown Slash. And with that score, Slash already up by 2 scores now, 13-0. As their defense is definitely showing up in this game already. 1 sack, 1 interception. And the Soul have not moved the football at all. They've got negative yards on the day. As that is going to make it 14-0 now. 1 play, 4-yard run by Moss. They didn't have to go far, but they scored. Huge score for them in this one. As if the Slash can continue this will be an easy game for them, as that kick will be going toward the corner. That'll go out of bounds. That's a touchback. So it'll put the ball at the 5-yard line, 1st and 10 from there. So Tony Graziani's got to shake off that last interception. He's got to see what he can do here. Brown and Smith to the right, Scott left. Smith off the line, he takes off. Here we go. He's going to throw that one, and that one batted down. Joseph Burns happened to get a hand on that one, as Onomatopoeia was also over there on his guy. So 2nd and 10. Graziani now 3 passes, or excuse me, he's got 2 pass attempts. 3 tries, though. Nothing has gone right yet, as that's going to be a good throw over the middle. Smith's got it, breaks the tackle, he's gone. So there we go. That'll break the goose egg they've got, so that'll put them back within 1. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So Graziani finds Steve Smith. Smith breaks the tackle and is able to get that one all the way for a touchdown, as that will be Todd France's first kick of the day. That will be up in a good 14-7 now. 45-yard pass from Graziani to Smith. 2 plays, and the second chance was the one that worked. As this will go off the net here, Joseph Burns will get a return here. He's going to get met at nearly the 10. So 1st and 10 from the 9 there. So let's see how things go on this drive. Bernard Bailey out there now. Rutledge and Bonner are the other guys out there, and we're going to go back to pass here. Going to throw that one, and that was going to get picked off as Russell was hit as he threw, so it didn't get enough oomph behind it. And that's going to go straight over for a touch in the wrong direction. Scott with the interception. The linebacker was right in front of it. So both quarterbacks with an interception now, and this will put Philadelphia back in the ball game. All 3 receivers to the right as they go back to pass. And he's going to go down. He tried to get away, but that was nothing doing. 2nd and 12 now. I believe that'll just be a run for a loss of 2 there. As Jason Johnson now on the line, taking over for Viong. Smith takes off now. Here we go. And they're going to throw that one to the back of the end zone. Bernard Bailey was in front of it. The league leading interception leader from last season was nearly in front of one there. That would have been a touchback if he had got it, but that's okay. 3rd down now. They're going to try and see if they can get this within 1 possession, and they do. That'll put them within 1. So the Soul are back in it after a turnover. Big turnover. So Steve Smith with a score that time is Joseph Burns telling him to stay down. 14-13 now. Todd France to tie this one up. All right, so that's going to be up in and good there. So 14 all. That was a very big play there. Both teams able to make something happen. And now it's a tie ball game. 12-yard pass from Graziani to Smith. 3 plays, 12 yards and a score. As this will go off the net, Burns will get a return here. Oh, or will he? He won't go far. Take it down inside the 5. That's going to be down at the 2 and the 1, excuse me. So now a huge problem here. We got to try and get out of this end zone. Back to pass here. Going to throw that one deep to Rutledge. He's over the middle. He's gone. So before the first quarter ends, Damian Rutledge finds the end zone, and now that's a new record. A 50-yard passing catch. Damian Rutledge catches one from Dan Russell. Combining those guys so much, I'm almost combining their names, as that's up in and good. So after one quarter, Slash take the lead once again, 21-14 over the Soul. So it's a shootout at the moment. It didn't start off that way. It was started to be a blowout there. So one play, 50 yards, and they take it all the way. Now Homebreaker is going to give the ball back to the Soul, and the Slash got to see if they can play some defense again, as this will be a pretty good kick. So that'll be off the net there, and Smith will get a return just shy of the 10 as Tony Sharper lays the wood on him. And they'll mark him at the 10. 1st and 10 on the 10. So Slash with 91 yards offensive. Soul with about 50, as that's going to be back to pass, and that is going to be Velcro right in front of that one. Incomplete pass. And it looked like he was trying to hit Scott there. Brown and Smith on left, Scott right. Back to pass on this one. He's going to find Scott as Bernard Bailey makes the stop. Good gain there. Looks like about 6. They call 5. 3rd and 5 now. On the 14-yard line. So Soul now with 55 yards passing on the day. Brown to the right. Scott left, Smith off to the right and off the line. As that is going to be back to pass. He'll throw that short to Scott. It's going to be about 8 yards maybe. And a 1st down. So 1st and 10 on the 23-yard line. Graziani 4 for 8 on the day so far. 2 touchdowns and a pick. All 3 receivers to the right. And that'll be back to pass. Graziani's looking, and Brown's got it. He's going to go over the barricade at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal. So Soul trying to make something happen here. And looks like they might be. Brandon Smith left, Scott right. See what Graziani calls this time. Back to pass. He's going to look. He's going to fire that one to Scott. Lobbed it up there, and he got it. Bernard Bailey just could not bring it down, as that is going to bring them within 1. Todd France to kick the extra point. We'll see if he can tie it up. Should be no problem, as that will be up in and good. So the Soul have come back. It is back and forth today. As Graziani hits Scott's 6-yard pass, 5 plays, 40 yards, and they make something happen. As this will be kicked, it will go between the uprights. That'll be a touchback. So good kick there by France. So here we go. Bonner, Onomatopoeia, Rutledge are out there. As this will be back to pass here. Russell gonna bomb that one. Rutledge has got it. He's past the 15. 1st down. As Damian Rutledge able to sky that one. Climbed the ladder and brought it back down for safekeeping. So 1st down, Slash. About 3 minutes left in the half. Rutledge with 3 catches. Now 107 yards and a touchdown. Joseph Burns is out there now at receiver. So he could be an option, as Moss will get maybe a yard there. Got hung up, and there's a lot of opening up the middle. I just did not see it in time. Joseph Burns still out there, so that's going to be a good option here if I can find him. And here we go, back to pass there. We'll throw that one towards Joseph Burns, but he can't quite reel it in. incomplete. So did not work out there. So 3rd and 9 now. Russell 4 for 8 on the day. He's got two touchdowns and an interception. So here we go. Back to pass here. Oh, and Russell had to get rid of that one, as that one's going to be incomplete. Overthought that one, I believe. So we'll have to go for the field goal here, but we'll see what we can do. As McKenzie Homebreaker will kick this one straight and true, up, in, and good. I should say over, but hey. 2:08 left in the half. Slash will take a 3-point lead as they stall out. 5 plays, 30 yards. And Homebreaker hits a 30-yard field goal. So we definitely have to see how things go from here. As the Soul will get the ball back. This will go flying out of bounds. And that'll be an illegal procedure. So that will put the ball on the 22-yard line. Is where it flew out. 1st and 10 from there. 2 minutes to go in the half. Scott right, Brown left, Smith off the line to the left. That's going to be a fire shot to Scott on the right, who crosses most of the field. Tackled about the 20-yard line. 2nd down now at the Slash 20. See what they do this time. Howard's back there. He's not had a handoff yet. But we'll definitely be seeing if he gets one later, as that's going to be a good throw. Bonner missed the attempt at trying to knock it down, but the tackle made by Velcro, so it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 10. They can technically get a 1st down without a touchdown here. All 3 receivers to the right. Let's see what Graziani dials up here, as he's been tough to stop at the moment. That's going to be a touchdown. Huge throw there. That was Scott who made that play, and then Velcro just decides to lay him out. So we'll tick down to the last little minute here, as the Soul will take the lead for the first time in the game. They've been fighting hard in this one. I would hate for the season to go off like this, having trouble offensively, as that goes up, in, and good. So a 4-point lead here, 28-24 for the Soul, as they've got a lot of things going good for them. 10-yard pass from Graziani to Scott, 3 plays and 28 yards, and they make things happen, as this will go off the net. Burns will get a return here, but not much. Past the 5, so it'll be 1st down from there. 1-minute warning. So let's see what we can do this time. Probably going to go with something like this. Well, let's see what we've got. Bonner, Onomatopoeia, Rutledge are out there. Back to pass here. Going to throw that one towards the right corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Damian Rutledge. You cannot catch that man. You just can't. As the fireworks going off here in the stadium. Rutledge with another big catch there, as the clock will wind down. So Damian Rutledge gets another touchdown pass from Dan Russell. And we'll kick this one up, in, and good. So Slash get their lead back. It's only a 3-point lead though. 39 seconds left in this one. 44-yard pass from Russell to Rutledge. And that was definitely the big score they needed. That's going to be a bad kick as well. That one's going to drift and go out of bounds. So it'll be an illegal procedure again. We'll have to see how well we can do defensively on this one. They will get the ball back, so if they score here, it's going to be trouble. All 3 receivers to the right. Back to pass there. That's going to be thrown and knocked down. I think Onomatopoeia was in the way of that catch. So, second down. 37 seconds left now. Smith off the line here, ready to take off. And there he goes. Back to pass here. Graziani looking. He's going to launch that one. And that is going to be caught in the end zone. Touchdown. So a huge bomb there, and they find him in the back corner of the end zone. I believe that was Scott that made that catch. I could be wrong. As that'll be up in and good. 31 seconds left in the half. As they will onside kick this. 30-yard pass from Graziani to Smith, actually. 2-yard play and 2 plays, 30 yards, and they get that one. As that is going to be picked up by Velcro. As that is going to be first down now. Trying to see if we can do a quick play here. Back to pass on that one. We'll throw that one to Rutledge. He will catch it but be out of bounds. So that did work, sadly, but it was too far out. I know what I did wrong there. Back to pass there. Going to launch that to Rutledge. He's got it. And that'll be inside the 1, first down. First and goal there. So first and goal on the 1-yard line. We got 1 timeout left. As this will be a good toss, and DeJuan Moss has got another one. Touchdown. So that'll be the end of the half there. So 37-35. Slash able to get in there and get that score before halftime, as they got to give the ball over to the Soul. As that is going to be a big hit laid up there. DeJuan Moss now with another game. He's got 2 touchdowns. As it has been the same play twice, it has worked. As that is 2 seconds left. And that is going to be the end of that. 38-35 the score. 1-yard run by Moss. 3 plays, 11 yards, and they get it. So the onside kick basically was something they didn't need to accomplish there. Excuse me. As this will be a big kick there. And Homebrecker will kick that one deep. That one's going to be a return. Smith won't go for it all, though. And that'll be the end of the half. So they'll get the football back here in a bit. As the Slash lead it over the Soul in this shootout, 38-35. So definitely it's been a real big game here for both teams. It's been just fun watching both of them just shoot it out. Started off like it was going to be one-sided affair, and then the Soul got back into it. Some mistakes by the Slash. And they let them back into it, and definitely not what they needed. 38-35 the score so far. Soul are behind. They will get the ball, though, at the half. With 206 total yards by the Slash, 184 for the Soul. Both teams with a takeaway, as both teams pretty good on third down. Soul 2 for 2, Slash 2 for 3. A couple of penalties, though, by the Slash have definitely hurt them, though, as well. As for the quarterbacks, Tony Graziani, the better of the two right now, 118.1 rating, 155 yards, 5 touchdowns. He's got an interception, 10 for 15 on the day, 66% completion. He's got a couple of sacks against him. Dan Russell, 107.6 rating, 164 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception, 6 for 12 on the day for 50% completion, and no sacks against him. So we will be right back with the second half of this divisional matchup. We'll be right back. And with that, the Slash will kick the ball off. Not used to doing this in the second half for certain. We might have done this maybe 4 times all season, as most of the teams will take the football, but there are still some teams that will not take it, as this will be a big kick there. And Going to be a good return. Onomatopoeia gets the right angle, and he's going to make the tackle, but then he's also going to go off the field. He's going to be holding his chest. So hopefully it's just something like a bursitis, and he'll be okay. So 1st and 10 on the 17-yard line, so a good return by Steve Smith gets them in good position to start things off. Van Diver, Golston, Viong are on the line. Brown Smith to the right as they're going to go back to pass here. There's a good throw short, but in and out of the hands as he just could not hang on to that. Steve Smith was intended for there. Graziani on the day, 10 for 16, 5 touchdowns and interceptions, so he's been doing good. Smith Brown to the right, Scott left. Scott goes in motion to the right, and there we go. As that is going to be a big sack. Somebody got through there, and I believe that was DeJuan Moss, and yes, it was. Moss has got 2 touchdowns and now a sack. If I ever get back to doing wrestling recordings or anything like that on the game that I've got, I just may have to make DeJuan Moss as a wrestler because he just gave Graziani a massive clothesline on that play. My goodness. That was a huge one. Graziani going to try and shake the cobwebs out and see if he can get something there. There's a big pass, and Bernard Bailey was beat on that one. Huge catch, and that's a first down at the 6-yard line. So Graziani definitely shook the cobwebs off on that one. Onomatopoeia, bruised rib, so he will be back. All 3 receivers to the right here to see what Graziani dials up here. As it will be a huge first down. There's a good throw. Back right corner touchdown. As that was Steve Smith that made that catch. That is going to be a huge one. And that'll give the Soul the lead, 41-38. Back and forth affair for both teams. As the Slash are doing just enough and the Soul are doing just enough. Back and forth. Another lead change in this game as the Soul will kick the ball off now. Graziani hits Smith 6 yards, 4 plays, 39 yards, and they get a good score. As this will go off the net, Joseph Burns will get the return here, and he'll go over the wall there, and that's going to be holding as Bernard Bailey had way too much jersey there. And Bailey is not happy at that call. We'll see how well we can do here from our own 3-yard line. We go back to pass here. Russell looking. He's going to bomb this one. Rutledge has got a step on his guy, and he's going to break away. Touchdown. Damian Russell allowed the wall to keep him on his feet as the tackler couldn't bring him down. That's going to be a touchdown. So Dan Russell was able to find Damian Rutledge, and what looked like was just going to be a deep bomb ended up being a one-time shot all the way downfield for a score as Rutledge bounced off the wall, stayed on his feet. The tacklers just could not bring him down as they all ran into the wall. And that ended up being a score of 45-42. Now a 47-yard pass from Russell to Rutledge. Rutledge well over 100 yards now, probably past 150, if not closer to 200. As this will be a big kick there. That'll go to the corner. As that is going to be a big tackle. And Hoover, the right end, is going to be called for holding. Right end, tight end. So that's a good penalty there. As Homebrecker is happy about that call. So it'll be 1st and 10 on the 3-yard line. I'm very surprised we've not seen Wes Hours get a handoff today, but it could change at any time as Smith goes in motion. He's taking off. As that is going to be a good throw right. Scott's got it, and he's got a first down. And that is going to be roughing the passer. Thomas Viong bringing his reputation with him as he is called for a penalty. Probably end up hitting him just a tad late, but that's going to be okay. 24-yard line. Be first down now. See how well they do on this one as they're halfway there. Back to pass. That's going to be a huge throw, and Bailey gets it there, and there's a holding penalty. Bell called for that, so they'll back them back up. So back to where they originally were, 1st and 20, and Bell ain't happy. He thought he had a clean block, but he did not. So 1st and 20 on the 14. That's where they got the first down originally. As this will be first down from here. Back to pass there. As that's going to be a good throw, and nearly grabbed there by Vandiver as he got his hands up and swatted it. He could not penetrate, but he made a good play there, getting both hands up and swatting the football. So 2nd down. Smith off the line to the left. Let's see what they do here. As he takes off, that's going to be a big one. And good throw short. Brown's going to get it for maybe a yard there. Down at the 15. 3rd and 19 now. Ball at the 15-yard line of the Stole. So both teams pretty good on 3rd down. Stole are 3 for 3 on the day. As Graziani's got to see if he can make this happen from 19 yards away. As Vandiver trying to get through. And that is going to be a big play. And that is incomplete. Nearly a big play there. He could not get it. And that is going to bring up a field goal attempt here. This will be a 50-yarder. As Todd France will try and see if he can line up and get this one. This will tie the football game. As France lines up, there's a big kick, and it is good. Straight down the middle. Up in and good. 50. Oh. That'll tie it up. 45 apiece. As I believe that was a 50-yarder. We'll find out later, but that's a good kick there. That's going to go off the net. Burns will get a return here. And Burns will get taken down at the 10. So really good game so far for both teams. They are fighting it out very hard. As Bonner, Onomatopoeia, and Rutledge are the guys right now. And Rutledge will take off here. Russell's going to throw that one. Rutledge has got it, and he's going to go flying over the boards. That's going to be an illegal blitz there. So that'll be an automatic first down. So big penalty there. That was something they did not need to do there. So here we go. Bonner out there to the right. Rutledge and Onomatopoeia to the left. As Bonner will go in motion here. That one back to pass. Rutledge has got a bit of a step. Can he get it? No. Had to throw that one a bit deeper. I thought he was in front of the guy, but he was not. So about 20 seconds left in the half. So back to pass here. And Russell just has to spike that one on the ground, incomplete. So 3rd down now. Let's see what we got this time. I'll be able to hit Rutledge here on this one. And back to pass here. I'll throw that one short. Going to have that one. Onomatopoeia's got it, and he'll go out of bounds on the Soul side of the field. So tie ball game now after 3 quarters. Slash and Soul tied at 45. So he went to a zone defense, and thankfully I saw that one this time, so was able to get that one. Russell, 8 for 16, 224 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Back to pass here. Russell's got to get away, and he can't do it for long as he's going to get taken down. Big sack there. as he was trying to get rid of the football but just could not. So that'll be second down, and this will make it a very long 16 yards. Joseph Burns out there, he's going to be another target. Back to pass here. And Russell goes down. I don't know what my fullback was doing there. He was not blocking though. Got to see what's going to happen here. It's going to be third down now. Back to pass there. Going to bomb that one to Rutledge. He's got that one all day long. Touchdown. Damian Rutledge in the Cincinnati Slash strike again. Yes, he is definitely psyched about that one. That's going to give him a good 7-point lead as he gets nailed from behind. So that was definitely one of the biggest catches he's had today. As that is going to be up in and good. Mackenzie Homewrecker puts that one straight through the uprights. So 52-45 now. Soul have got to try and come back. 36-yard pass from Russell to Rutledge. 7 plays, 54 yards. So a little bit further drive than they wanted, time-wise especially. They're normally used to quick strikes, but just didn't do it that time. That's going to be between the uprights, and that'll be a touchback. So 5-yard line, first down and 10 from there. 4 minutes to go in the game. Jason Johnson out there now on the line as he's looking to see if he can cause some problems. And it's going to be a big pass to the right. Onomatopoeia on Brown and takes him down. As that was a good catch there. 2nd and 4 now on the 11. So here we go. Brown left, Smith left, Scott right. Back to pass here. He's going to try to pump fake, and Eric Golston said, no, I ain't falling for it. Big sack there. That's going to be a loss of a few there. That'll make it 3rd and 8. And with Eric Golston making that huge sack, it'll make it 3rd and 8 now. Ball's at the 7-yard line, so they've got to figure out what they're going to do here. Almost 200 yards passing for the Soul. Both teams right there at that 200 mark as Vyong tries to get through. He can't quite do it. Scott will catch that one. That's a first down just past the 15 at the 16. 3.5 minutes to go now. Soul need to get a touchdown here. Graziani 16 for 24, 221 yards, 6 touchdowns on the day. Back to pass here as Vandiver's going to dive after that one, and Graziani barely got it out of his hand. That's going to be incomplete. That was big pressure there as Dave Barnes comes out there now for Vandiver. See what Graziani does here. That's going to be a good throw in the middle. And Smith has got that one. Touchdown. So that's going to be close to tying this football game up. So 3 minutes to go. And the Soul right there on the verge of making this a tie football game. Big playoff game today in the divisional round. 52-52 the score, as both teams are doing everything they can. 34-yard pass from Graziani to Smith. 5 plays, 49 yards, and they score as this will go off the net. And Joseph Burns will get a return here out to the right and go up the gut near the 15s where it'll be taken down. Rutledge actually the return there. So 14-yard line, 2:40 to go in the game. So let's see how things go here. So back to pass here. Rutledge is open there. Can he get it? Yes, he will, and he'll go down inside the 5, 1st and goal. So big catch there by him, and that'll definitely help things out. As Now Slash got to see if they can score. Russell 10 for 18 on the day, almost 300 yards. As this will be a good toss out to the left, but Moss can't get anywhere on that one. That's going to be incomplete. We'll have to see how things go here. Onomatopoeia, Bonner, and Rutledge are 3 guys out there. Back to pass here. Rutledge is open. He will not be able to get that. That is incomplete. Ooh, this is not what I need to be here. We do not need this to get under 2 minutes without getting that score. And then Rutledge will take off again. Going to fire that one to him, and this time he's got it. And Philadelphia will call a timeout as Rutledge scores a touchdown. Big one there for him. Now the extra point for McKenzie Homewrecker. With Philadelphia calling their first timeout, 1:44 left in the game. Slash are going to be up by a score, as that'll be up in and good. Homewrecker won't miss that rocket of a kick. So 59-52 the score. 1:42 left in the game. Russell hits Rutledge, 8-yard pass. 4 plays, 37 yards. They had to try the second play twice in a row, but they got it. So here we go. As this will be a big kick there. Homewrecker will let that one fly a good ways. That's going to be a return there. And then, oh, good tackle there. Joseph Burns gets him as he bangs against the wall there. Not able to get the biggest return in the world. That's going to put the ball at the 17-yard line. 1.5 minutes to go in the game. Philadelphia with 2 timeouts left. All 3 receivers to the right here. And as Graziani goes back to pass, it's going to be a good throw to the left. Brown's got it. And it's going to be a first down. 1:20 left in the game now. Seoul have to score, and they have to get the extra point. Scott left, Smith and Brown right. Back to pass here. Graziani looking, fires it right, and Smith's got it for the first down. First and goal now. There's going to be 1:06 left in play. As we will definitely see what they're going to game plan here. First thing that they got to do is score the touchdown. They've got a minute to go now with a 1-minute warning. So first and goal on the 6-yard line. Smith, 6 catches, 138 yards, and 5 touchdowns on the day. He has been the target. And they're going to toss that out right. Wes Hours will go nowhere. That is a loss of about a yard. They're going to try this again. No huddle. And they're going to go back to pass here. They're going to look, and that's going to be nearly intercepted there. Onomatopoeia in front of it. That's going to be incomplete. I wonder if a good zone might actually work out here. We'll see. 44 seconds left in this one. As that will be man in motion, all 3 of the right now. So that's going to be a good throw, and that is incomplete. Knocked down. Beautiful defense as Velcro swats it. And they're going to have to go for it on 4th down. 4th and goal at the 6. If they don't get it this time, it is going to be game over. Last play of the game. Graziani back to pass. He's looking. Going to fire that one left. It's a touchdown. Onomatopoeia could not quite get that one. And Cincinnati will call timeout. So 1 timeout burned for both teams. 38 seconds left in the game. If I was the Soul, I would probably kick this one deep, but if they go for the extra point, or if they go for the onside kick, they're going to have to recover it, and they will actually attempt to kick this deep. 6-yard pass from Graziani to Scott, 6 plays, 33 yards, and they do score. This game is tied again at 37 seconds left. Burns is going to make a return, and he's going to get nailed at the 8-yard line. So about 30 seconds left here. We're going to let the clock run a bit here, but not by much. Back to pass there. Rutledge has got a step. He's going to get that, break the tackle, and touchdown. Damian Rutledge. He just can't be stopped. That'll make it 65-59. The Soul now going to have to try and do some kind of miracle, as this will be up in and good. 21 seconds left in the game. Soul fought hard, but it ain't over yet. 41-yard pass from Russell to Rutledge. They score this one. 21 seconds left in this game. Philadelphia with both their timeouts, as that is a straight and powerful kick by Homebreaker. That will go off the net. And Onomatopoeia tracks down Smith. No big return there, as Philadelphia calls timeout. 18 seconds left. And they are probably going to long ball this thing. This is going to be back to pass here. Looking to bomb this one off the net. This one will be deflected and knocked down incomplete. 12 seconds left on this one. So let's see how things go here on second down. All 3 receivers to the right. They're definitely going to bomb this one again, as Graziani goes back to pass. And he's looking. He's going to launch it. And that is going to be swatted and incomplete. 4 seconds to go in the game. It's about the only time I will ever do zone in this game. We'll go base zone. We'll only rush 3. Our linebackers will stay where they need to. Brown, Anderson, and Scott, the 3 receivers here, back to pass. And he's looking. He's going to fire that one. That one's going to go off the net, and that is going to be knocked down. And there's defensive pass interference. So there should be one more play left. So this is going to be 1st and 10 now. They're going to have one more chance. Ball at the 20-yard line. So Brown, Anderson, Scott will have one more chance to get a touchdown here, as this will be back to pass. He'll throw that at the net, and that will be caught for a touchdown. Uh-oh. Things just got interesting. 66-65 to score, as France has got an opportunity to tie it up and send us to overtime, and it will be good. So overtime. So regulation has ended. So we're going to see how things go here. Soul will call the toss. Slash have won it. We'll take the football first, because I don't know how this goes. If we score first and win, that's it. If that's how it goes, that's how it goes. We'll find out. Graziani hit Anderson for 30 yards. 4 plays, 40 yards, and they get it, and that penalty definitely cost us, as that'll go off the net. Burns will get a return here. As he'll get it past the 10, out to the 12, first down. So what may end up happening is it may just be an entire overtime quarter. If that's the case, it's going to be fun. Onomatopoeia gets open there. He's going to get a catch as Rutledge got jammed up. So Onomatopoeia is going to get himself a reception inside the 15. First down. So Russell 13 for 22 on the day. Bernard Bailey out there now to play receiver. As Rutledge will go back to pass, he's going to find a corner, and he will drop it. He slammed hard against the wall. Incomplete. See what we got this time. Back to pass here. Oh, Rutledge is open. He's wide open. Touchdown, Damian Rutledge. And that is definitely going to help out. So let's see what Homebreaker can do here. That extra point will be up in and good. So now, down less than 4 minutes to go in overtime. 12-yard pass from Russell to Rutledge. 3 plays, 37 yards, and they score. Now they got to see what they can do here. If they can stop the Soul here, we'll see how things go. As that kick is going to fly toward the corner, but it will go out of bounds. Touchback. So 1st and 10 on the 5-yard line. We'll just play this like a regular quarter. And that's back to pass there. That's going to be a big throw. And that was picked off. And I got the user pick. Onomatopoeia with the interception. And that is the end of the game. So we just needed to hold them for 1. And we got it. Onomatopoeia with the interception to end the football game. The Cincinnati Slash will advance. The Philadelphia Soul will get sent home. So it basically plays kind of like the NFL does now, where both teams get an opportunity to score, and if they're stopped, that's it. Kind of also like how college football does, but we'll definitely get to that later. Damian Rutledge, player of the game here for obvious reasons, and he gets the most receiving yards in a game, 336. We'll get to those stats in a moment, though. 66-73 the score. Slash win it in an overtime thriller. 365 yards passing versus 302. Slash did have 10 yards rushing, so definitely was good for them there. 2 takeaways for the Slash. The last one, obviously, the one that won it. Soul 4 for 6 on 3rd down. Slash 5 for 6 on 3rd down. While the Soul did convert on 4th down. A lot of penalties there at the end for the Slash. Definitely tried to cost them. As Graziano will end the day with a 110.5 rating, 318 yards, 9 touchdowns with 2 interceptions, 21 for 35 for 60% completion, 4 sacks against him, though, while Dan Russell, 128.5 rating, 377 yards, 8 touchdowns, 1 interception, 14 for 24 for 58% completion, and he did have a couple of sacks against him. Hours had 1 carry for nothing, while DeJuan Moss with 6 attempts, 10 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the day, so definitely big for him. Big receptions for Sean Scott today as he had 9 for 73 and 3 touchdowns. Steve Smith, though, 6 for 138 and 5 touchdowns. He was the long ball threat today as Mike Brown had 5 catches for 77 yards, and Dale White Anderson 1 for 30 and to score. Damian Rutledge, 11 catches, 336 yards, 7 touchdowns on the day, while Onomatopoeia's 2 receptions for 38 yards. Cornelius Bonner had a catch for 3 yards and a touchdown, while Joseph Burns had a drop in this one. Blocking was basically all the Soul, while Bell had 6 pancakes. Smith, Biblia, and Hours each had one as well. Defensively for the Soul, Parker, Anderson, Moten, all three with tackles. Biblia had a sack with 2 tackles. Hightower with a couple of tackles. Scott with a couple of tackles, as well as Brown and Hours. Smith, Mabry, and Dixon each with a tackle, while Hours also had a sack in the game as well. Defensively for the Slash, Onomatopoeia with 6 tackles and 1 interception. Bernard Bailey, 4 tackles. 2 tackles for Victor Velcro with an interception. Thomas Viong with 2 tackles and a sack. Moss with 2 tackles and a sack. A rare sack for him is Eric Golston. Both his tackles were sacks on the quarterback, while Barnes, Sharper, Burns, and Johnson each with a tackle in this one. And then Todd France and Mackenzie Homebreaker hit their field goals. France hit a 51-yarder, while Mackenzie Homebreaker hit a 31. So definitely a big game, and we'll be looking forward to our next game, the conference championship. We'll see who will be taking on. Appreciate you watching today. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you do, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell me what you think about it, and may you have a great rest of your day. God bless you.